You ever walk into someone's RV and think, wait, this didn't come from the factory like this. The lines are too clean. The lighting feels intentional. The bed looks custom built. The storage actually makes sense. And somehow, in a space no bigger than a walk-in closet, it feels like a boutique hotel on wheels. That's the moment we're chasing today. Because most RV bedrooms don't feel designed. They feel installed. Tight corners, harsh lighting, thin mattresses, wasted vertical space, and that awkward gap where your phone disappears at 2 a.m. But what if you could transform that same footprint into something that looks completely OEM-like it rolled off the production line this way? Only better. If you love smart upgrades, practical comfort, and ideas that actually make life on the road better, make sure you're subscribed. We break down real renovations that look expensive without being ridiculous. When we first stepped into this RV bedroom, it was fine. Not terrible, just forgettable. The mattress was thin and slightly bowed in the center. The headboard was a generic padded panel stapled to a wall. 2 tiny corner shelves pretended to be nightstands. And the overhead lights? Cold, blue-white LEDs that made the whole room feel like a hospital hallway. The goal wasn't to make it flashy. It was to make it feel intentional. Integrated, like the manufacturer meant for it to look this way all along. The first transformation started with the bed platform. Most RV beds sit on a hollow plywood box. Functional, yes. Beautiful? Not even close. We removed the flimsy trim and rebuilt the base with solid framing, keeping the original footprint so we didn't interfere with slide clearances. Then we wrapped the entire base in a wood veneer paneling that matched the existing cabinetry tone. That's the trick. Matching, not contrasting. When the grain and color flow naturally into the rest of the RV, the eye assumes it's factory. We added subtle recessed toe kick lighting under the bed platform. Not bright, just a soft, warm glow that activates with a motion sensor. Now when you step out of bed at night, you're not blinded. The room gently wakes up with you. And that small detail? It screams high-end. Next came the mattress. Upgrading an RV mattress is common, but doing it without ruining the OEM look takes planning. Residential mattresses are thicker, which can block windows or make overhead cabinets unusable. So we measured carefully and chose a hybrid mattress that added comfort without adding bulk. To finish it properly, we installed a custom-fitted upholstered surround panel around the base. Tight, squared edges that make the mattress look built-in instead of dropped-in. The headboard was where the room truly changed. Instead of a generic cushion, we built a framed headboard wall using lightweight panels and integrated vertical slat accents. The slats were spaced evenly, stained to match the cabinetry, and mounted over a felt backing to reduce sound and add depth. Between 2 of the slat sections, we installed hidden reading lights, fully recessed, warm temperature, dimmable, no visible wires, no clunky fixtures, just clean lines. Nightstands in RVs are usually an afterthought. Ours became a feature. We removed the tiny corner shelves and built floating bedside cabinets that attached directly to the wall studs. Slim profile, push-to-open hardware, no handles sticking out to catch your clothes. Inside each cabinet, a concealed USB-C and 120V outlet routed cleanly through the back panel. Now charging phones doesn't mean cords dangling everywhere. Above the bed, we reworked the overhead cabinets. Instead of bulky doors with mismatched hinges, we replaced them with flat panel fronts in the same veneer as the bed base. Soft close hinges make a world of difference. That quiet, solid thud, when they close, that's the sound of quality. Lighting was the biggest emotional shift. We removed the harsh factory LEDs and installed warm 3000K puck lights on the dimmer. We added an LED strip hidden behind a thin trim lip along the ceiling line, creating indirect ambient light that washes the walls softly. At night, you can turn off everything except that strip and the toe kick glow, and the entire bedroom feels calm and intentional. Walls in RV bedrooms often feel thin and echoey. We added upholstered panels to the main wall behind the bed, not just for style but for acoustics. It reduced echo, softened the room, and made it feel insulated from the outside world. The fabric choice mattered, a neutral tone that matched the cabinetry but added texture. When you touch it, it feels residential. Storage is always the real test. An OEM-looking upgrade doesn't mean sacrificing practicality. Under the bed, we redesigned the lift mechanism using gas struts with higher weight ratings. Now the bed lifts smoothly with one hand, even with bedding on top. Inside the storage cavity, we lined the base with a durable dark marine carpet and added divided compartments. No more sliding bins. Everything has a place. Closets got attention too. We swapped out wire racks for custom-cut wooden shelves with edge banding that matched the rest of the room. We installed a slim LED strip inside each closet, triggered by a magnetic door switch. Open the door, the light comes on automatically. It's a small luxury, but it changes how the space feels every single day. One of the most underrated upgrades was replacing the factory window valances. Those bulky fabric-covered boxes can date an RV instantly. We removed them and installed slim wooden frames with integrated blackout roller shades. Clean lines. No sagging fabric. From the outside, it still looks stock. From the inside, it feels modern. We paid close attention to transitions. Where the wall meets the ceiling, where the bed base meets the slide trim, where the nightstands meet the sidewalls. Factory builds often hide imperfections with bulky trim. We used precision cuts and color-matched caulking to create seamless joints. The cleaner the transition, the more OEM it feels. Even the hardware matters. We standardized every visible screw and hinge finish in the room. Brushed nickel throughout, no random chrome, no mismatched tones. Consistency is what tricks the brain into thinking it was always meant to be this way. Climate comfort was another quiet improvement. RV bedrooms can get stuffy. We replaced the standard vent cover with a low-profile, tinted Max Air style cover and added a whisper quiet 12V fan with variable speed. It blends in visually but dramatically improves airflow. Comfort upgrades should disappear visually while working harder behind the scenes. We also insulated small gaps around the slide and bed platform using foam tape and flexible sealant. Not glamorous, but now the bedroom holds temperature better and blocks more road noise. That's the kind of upgrade you feel, not see. When everything was installed, we stepped back. The transformation wasn't loud. There was no dramatic color change. No wild wallpaper, it simply looked right. Balanced, integrated. Like the RV manufacturer suddenly decided to care about design. And that's the secret to an OEM-looking renovation. Restraint, matching tones, clean lines, hidden wiring, soft lighting, functional storage. Every decision supports the illusion. If you're thinking about upgrading your own RV bedroom, start with 3 questions. What annoys you every night? What feels cheap? And what would make this space feel like a retreat instead of an afterthought? Solve those, and the design follows. Measure everything twice. Consider slide clearances. Keep weight in mind. Every panel, every drawer adds pounds. Use lightweight plywood. Use adhesive where appropriate, instead of overscrewing into thin walls. And always plan wiring before you close up a panel. The beauty of this upgrade isn't just how it looks in photos. It's how it feels at 6 a.m. when soft light glows under the bed. How it feels at 10 p.m. when the reading lights cast a warm circle on your book. How it feels knowing you built something that rivals factory craftsmanship. And here's the best part. It's still your RV, still mobile, still compact. But now when someone steps inside and pauses for a second too long, you'll know why. Because it doesn't look renovated. It looks original. That's the goal. Not flashy, not overbuilt. Just so slick, so clean, so integrated. You'll think it came that way. If this inspired your next project, make sure you're subscribed. We've got more smart, practical RV upgrades coming. Ideas that make life on the road not just possible, but comfortable, refined, and genuinely enjoyable. Because your bedroom shouldn't feel like an afterthought. It should feel like home.